Hey guys, it's me Shane. Happy New Year to you. It has been 2 weeks and we finally get a new episode of Yashahime, Princess Half Demon. I've just watched this episode. I have a lot of feelings concerning this episode. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. The name of this episode, well, it's episode 14. This episode's called The One Behind the Forest Fire. And I'm just going to flat out just spoil the one behind the forest fire. For the last 13 episodes, we're trying to figure out who set the fire that led to the separation of both Naruto and Setsuna. Sorry, Towa and Setsuna. And we're going to find that out. I had at first forgot what had happened 2 weeks ago. Then I remembered, oh yeah, it's the best episode so far with Moroku. You know, actually showcasing him and his family and Sango and things that I actually give a damn about. Not saying I haven't cared up until that point, but that was the best episode. This week we start off with the young lady running in the snow. She falls down, and the Bishonen, or should I say Bishonen, the pretty boy Riku Maru, he finds her. We cut into a new theme song, which way better than that old one. Way better animation. We get flashes of things to be seen. At first, I thought that the tiger lady from the Four Perils was coming back. No, it's another character that may or may not be cool. I don't know. They treat a lot of characters like trash in this one that could possibly be cool, but I'll get into that later. We see Shishomaru. We see flashes of old people. We got flashes of the old show in the first couple seconds. It's all around. All around, it's good. Funny that the some of the lyrics talk about burning things down. This episode was about the burning fire, but I digress. So we have a Moroha that is lamenting about the fact that she has not been able to get any bounties. Period. They've been slaying demons left and right. There's no bounties. They can't collect hits because everyone's getting murdered. That's just how it is. I think she needs to seriously, for as young as she is, she needs to be, and smart she is, she needs to revisit her contract with that idiot Jubei. I don't like Jubei. I don't like Rikamaru. I don't like Takachiyo. She needs to just go ahead and say, hey, you're abusing me. I don't care how much I owe you. If I kill these things, it counts. You need to just do that, flat out. She's literally the best character in this whole thing. They need to stop mistreating her. Tangent, that tangent aside, Setsuna does ask, why does she have her high debt? And Moroha says it's because of Master. We don't get to know who Master is because Toa's phone falls out of her pocket. And we get a funny moment where I guess it accidentally takes a picture when Setsuna picks it up and she wants to kill it. And Toa says, it's a thing from another world. It's more of it's a necessity. It makes messages, sends emails, it's a phone. But, I don't get any signal here. I really don't know why I'm holding on to it. Which, in my mind, if you were a person that said you were going to go back to the modern era, why wouldn't you hold on to your phone? Why wouldn't you document what was going on? Or, hey, use it. So it's like, hey, you guys seen this person? You know what this person looks like? Take notes. The phone does other things besides make a phone call. Digress. We got that funny moment. Moroha walks into the corpse dealer, bumps into the pretty girl, thinks she's in the wrong place. They come back in, and then we are explained to her plight. And Takashi is very annoying. He keeps telling them to respect this idiot Bishonen, whatever, Rikamaru, who's obviously either a part of Kirin Maru or he's like the aspects that Naraku had, or he's obviously either his kid. The whole I kill what I love, the whole Vega thing. Bleh. 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 Anyway. The young lady's name is Tamano, which they always tell you who these characters are at the bottom, even before our characters know, even before the main characters know. But her name's Tamano. She comes from a village from the snowy region at the base of the mountain. For as long as she remembers, she's always been raised by her grandparents. But when she turned 13, she's beautiful. She's a beautiful young lady. So she started getting marriage proposals from samurais and merchants, and she always declined these people because she wanted to stay in the village. She wants to stay with her grandparents. And also people. Remember, it's the feudal era. It's a different time in Japan's history. And, marriage proposals, even in England in medieval times, came at between 13 and 15 years old. So, yeah, this is keep that stuff in mind. Anyway, over time, she was getting these proposals. She declined. One night when she was asleep, there was a red glow coming from the sliding doors from the outside. She got up and opened it, and this evil mountain god called Homaru, he kidnapped her. That's who she escaped from. Took her to this place that is in the mountains that there's no snowfalls on it. Nice sakura trees everywhere, koi ponds, all this. And she said he treated her right until one day, just checking my notes here, until one day, one of the gardeners just happens to look at her a little too long. He's like, you can't steal it from me. Burns this guy, just incinerates him alive. Then a guy comes to deliver something, notices her, burns him alive. The cook looks at her, burns him alive. Dude tries to put himself out by jumping in the water. At this point, Hamaru starts blaming her, saying, it's partially your fault. You must be seducing them. You have to be. And she's like, no, I'm not. Please stop killing people. And he throws her in jail. Puts her in this little jail cell. This girl is crafty. She has hairpins, picks the lock, gets out. That's how she runs into the mountains and runs into Rikamaru, who I'm pretty sure is going to be a future villain. If not, one of those characters has a change of heart, but I'll get into that later. Anyway, so the request now, or should I say the thought process behind this request, because she doesn't want to ask the girls to fight her battle for her, essentially, if he finds out that Rikamaru is the one that saved her, he's going to come after him. And he's like, yeah, why don't you, I'm asking you guys to do this. Technically, he said that it was a request from her, but now it seems like it's a request from him. So the plot's falling all over the place. And she said, I can't ask these girls to do that. And he says, oh, they're not, ordinary girls, These are Yashahime, half demon princesses. That's what Yashahime stands for. So literally the title of the show is half demon princesses, half demon princess. I digress. When everybody starts giving their opinion on the situation, Moroha's kind of funny. She said, it's kind of flattering that someone cares about you that much, but yeah, I can get that. That's a lot. And was it just Jubei was like, yeah, I can understand his plight too. It's she's beautiful, and Towa's like, it's kind of like this session. Like an addiction with my phone, right? No one gets it because no one knows what a phone is, but I understood the message there. I get it. Don't be addicted to your phone. Regardless, they take Takachiyo's annoying self and Kirara to head towards the mountains because they end up tricking / pressuring Moroha into doing it because Moroha's tired of having to clean that dirty corpse dealer place. She brings the head of that guy. It'll be more than enough, right? Right. So, as they make their way there into the snowy region, Homaru finds out that she's gone, and that's where we get our first break, which I wrote all that down. We get a nice little cute Moroha sneeze. She's so precious. So precious. Everyone's like this code. Once they get far enough, they send the mounts, and guess I'm calling Takachiyo a mount. They send them back. They see the place where they need to go. They slide down. They see Homaru just... Is his name Homaru? Yeah, Homaru searching for Tamano, just calling her out. And Moroha slams the doors open, like, we're here to beat you. We're here to get you. And, he's like, oh, so you know where she is. Tell us where she is. That's my Tamano. And Moroha's like, you don't own her, dude. She's not your property. Excuse me. So when she's ready to go, he just sends flames at her. And she gets sent flying over the gate into the snow. And she comes out looking like a snowman. As you can see, the bottom part's still on her. But she has the robe of the fire rat. Much like her father. And I'm pretty sure Inuyasha probably made Kagome's priestess robes from the material of the fire rat. So she's not going to get burned. When Towa and Setsuna decide that, they nod, they do their attacks, and then, their little pearl eye glows when they do their attack, and Homaru's like, gold and silver pearls with those eyes. Oh, so it is you. And they're like, huh? What do you mean it's us? How do you know us? He goes in and says, you don't remember, I'm the one that burned down the forest. We get a flashback of this woman who I thought she was going to be the tiger lady from the Four Perils. No, she's She's the lady from the intro because I saw the white hair. We just don't see her face. She's called the beautiful, mysterious demon Zero. And, boy, oh boy. She tells him burn down the forest, kill the accursed half demon twins. But she, says, "Isn't that right, Shishomaru?" And Shishomaru's behind her, doesn't say anything, and walks off. And so the guy's like, "Yeah, cool, I'll burn it all down." So now Towa has so much motivation. She's just been told to find out the guy who separated her and her sister, which I get that the separation is a big thing with Naruto. I get it. Wouldn't the main thing be that he tried to kill you? Like, yeah, the whole separation thing sucks. You tried to kill me and my sister. That should be the important part, not the separation. You both lived and grew up and got stronger. You tried to murder us. And you tried to tell me my dad told you to do it. A person who we don't really know, but we kind of care about, but we kind of don't care about. Setsuna, all the while, is noticing that this bothers her. And they're both giving it to this guy. They're trying to fight him. It's actually a pretty decent fight. And then we get a nice little cut in back at the corpse dealer place. Tamano earlier was having second thoughts about sending them. And now she flat out says, "I need to settle things with Hamaru myself." And Rikamaru's talking about the absurdities of love and all this other crap. He said, "You know what? I'll accompany you." Rings a little bell. Takachiyo comes out of nowhere saying he rang for me. "Man, it was really cold up there. I hope I don't have to go back." "Hey, can you take us back?" Obviously, he's... It was a very respectable way of saying this without me being vulgar. He's kissing this guy's butt. I guess this guy's supposed to be royalty. I don't know. I don't like him. I don't even like Takachiyo. Regardless of that, they're on their way back. So they're using the big attacks on Hamaru. They're using the Cyclone Burst and her unnamed... Well, she doesn't know the name of it, but, Towa's dragon move from her sword. And he's able to just use a big gopher flame. I don't even see it clash with it. I just see it go straight for them. And Moroha comes in with the save with her Crimson Dragon wave again. Moroha, best girl. Show should be about her. I mean, the show was about her dad and her mother, and before this. And kind of seems like for some reason Inuyasha and Kagome are just afterthoughts. But I digress. She comes in looking like that with half her body in snow, shakes the rest of it off. They're ready to get down. They're ready to fight. This guy is doing a move that's very reminiscent from Ace from One Piece, where he has his hands in the air. He's gathering all this fire. His robes are gone. You see his I won't say odd demon body, but it's a unique design. Don't really see a lot of demons looking like him in the Inuyasha Combathium, whatever, of demons. And he's getting ready to use his big attack. Suddenly, the other three come in, Rikamaru, Tamano, and Takachiyo. And once he hears Tamano's voice, he stops the attack and he's like, "Wait, who's that? Who's that guy you're with?" And Rikamaru, being the ever pretty boy, Bishojin, Bishi boy to stir the pot, goes, "Yeah, why don't you go back to him?" And she's like, "Never, I'll never go back." Openly getting her to basically say she doesn't want to be back with him. And even Naruto makes the connection. She came all the way back here just to break up with him. Even though, I want to point out, dude kidnapped her. It's technically not a breakup. I get why she wanted to, why she probably felt like I can't send other people to do what I should be doing. It's a good sign of a character. It's the second character outside Meijubo, the turtle demon guy. Another character that I actually like. I like their personality. I wish a show was more about them than Naruto. But anyway, it gets to the point where he's begging her to come back, and he's getting so angry he starts burning the sakura trees around him. And like I said earlier, Moroha was trying to tell the guys that they needed to back up because of his new attack that he's about to come out with, but Towa just wants to finish it. And Setsuna says, make sure you dodge it then. But with all this hullabaloo, dude is on his hands and knees. And his whole body starts to become engulfed in flame, and he's starting to burn himself up. He's literally killing himself with his own flames because he is brokenhearted by her rejection of not wanting to go back with him ever, which would make sense because you kidnapped her and then you started killing people that looked at her and then you blamed her. I get this episode's message and I get the commentary. That's not the problem I have with this episode. So he burns himself up, kills himself. Rikamaru says, and I wrote this down and I want to quote it: "It's utterly absurd. Nothing good comes from having having feelings for a human being or being in love with a human being. I'm sorry, not for the great dog demon, nor for Shishomaru. Nothing but destruction. Nothing but destruction." So they're all back at the corpse dealer place. The ladies offer for Takachio to give her a ride back to her home because she's just gonna go back to the village at the foot of the mountains. She says no. Mind you, everybody, it's getting later and later. I don't know why a 13 or 14-year-old young beautiful woman will be walking back in a field era full with demons and monsters by herself. I digress. She walks back. Naruto says she probably doesn't need her phone anymore. Besides, she has Setsuna there with her. Setsuna plainly asks, "Do you feel better?" And she gets flashes of the whole fire thing. She's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And Setsuna goes, "Okay." And those Rikamaru's on the side laughing. And Moroha is upset because, again, another demon either killed himself or just completely died. And Chakachiyo, I'm sorry, dudes, the Tanuki and Inuyasha are just a-holes. They are jackasses. I cannot stand this guy. He just starts laughing. Other people can find it funny. I find Moroha's reaction to all this funny. Episode's done right there. It's just done. Next episode, we're going to find out Rikamaru's connection to Inuyasha, Shishomaru, everything else that happened in the past. Some type of meteor coming towards the planet or some crap like that. We're gonna get some answers. We're gonna see the passing of the Rouge and all this other stuff. And Rikamaru is there. So, what is my rating on this episode? We waited 2 weeks. We're coming off the heels of a good last episode that gave some really good background and did some really, really nice stuff, especially with an older character. How do I feel about this? I'm so tempted to give this a 2. It is not even funny. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. Give it 3.5 because the 0.5 is being generous because this actually has something to do with plot, even though it was ham-fisted in there. And even though Towa does explain when Moroha gets back, this is the guy that separated us. No one, if he told them the whole story about Shishomaru and Zero telling him to burn her, and I'm going to assume that he mentioned everything that was in that flashback, why is no one going, why would our father want this? Why would he want to kill us? I understand that you don't know the man, you probably have no emotional attachment to it, but it still begs the question, why would a parent want to kill their children? Why don't you care who the hell your mother is? It's very obvious based on the ending, which actually, before I forget, the ending was really good. Great animation on that. Gives lots of nice little flashes of older characters. We see Moroku training, and we see Sango. We see Inuyasha with Kagome, and we see Shishomaru with Jock, and we get the newer characters. We also see Setsuna falling, Naruto missing to get her, and when she falls with her long hair, Ren catches her. It is, given the time period, given how much time has passed from Inuyasha to Yashahime, I'm going to say that Ren is probably like 17, 18. Ren is definitely their mother, flat out. Even if it's not through natural means, even if it's through magical means, that is her and Shishomaru's children, flat out. Back to why I give this episode a 3. 3.5 at most. Like I said, plot's cool. I'm just getting annoyed with how Moroha's being mistreated because Moroha is definitely the most important character. She's the most interesting of the 3. The fact that Yashahime means have these demon princesses is blowing my mind. Showing Inuyasha was his name, but it's very obvious either Rikamaru is going to have a change of heart and fall in love with Towa, or he's just going to be a guy that they have to fight and kill. I initially had feelings of, I wonder if we're going to pull a Star Wars and Naraku is going to show up again. Just Naruto's inspiration. You want to talk about being addicted to the phone? No, you're addicted to what's going on with your sister, and I completely get it. It's just weird that you forgot her for 7 years. The feelings came back. I'm like, okay, cool. You want this familiar bond. You actually remember, you remember everything. But it's getting to the point where you care more about you all being separated than the fact that someone tried to kill you and is possibly under orders from your own dad. That is weird. That is bad writing or just a dumb character. Uh, like for me, the tolerability from the three princesses. Number one is Moroha. She's funny. She's knowledgeable. The only thing that she's starting to get annoying with the whole not really caring about her parents thing or not answering why she in debt. We almost got that. So they're pulling back on that annoying part. Setsuna's number two because I get it. She technically acts like Shishomaru. She's stoic at times, but she's more open than her father. And it's like I'm just trying to live. Past 7 years, I haven't been able to go to sleep, so I'm just chilling. I'm trying to take care of everything. I got this new twin sister that cares about me. I'm trying to shuffle my feelings of that. And then you got Naruto, who is just I don't know how to feel about this character outside of annoyance. Excuse me, outside of can you just for once think and use your head? And I get you need a hothead, but I would have figured that would have been Inuyasha's kid, right? But it wasn't. Like she jumps into situations, but she assesses things so well. So, yeah. Uh this episode also got a 3/3.5 for me because we have another villain. It's like Ash Ketchum in the first beginning episodes of Pokemon, where he didn't earn 4 of those badges. Those badges were given to him. We killed 2 of the perils. One of the perils was killed off screen, then re-killed. The one that I thought would have been the coolest, she was just murdered by Rikumaru. So they downed her, but they didn't kill her. And now you have this guy who is responsible for a major plot thing and involved in it, kills himself because, and I hate using this word because too many people use this word incorrectly, but I'm going to say this word. He was simping for a pretty girl, and the girl said no, and he killed himself. Literally burned himself up. Dude was a feudal simp, and that is crazy. That made me so mad that they didn't actually kill this guy. I would have felt so much better if it was just like with the boar peril guy, if they would have actually murdered him, but they didn't. And that is nuts. That is wild. So this gets a 3.5. Can we please get an episode where one of these three, I don't even care if it's Towa, one of these three actually kills the bad guy and something comes of it? Please. Can we progress further? Can we find this butterfly so Setsuna can be whole and we start figuring more stuff out? I probably will not be watching the dub of this because I've already started with the sub, but yeah, here we are, episode 14. I'm hoping the next 6 episodes pick up. So let me know what you thought of the episode. Did you enjoy the plot hooks? Are you getting annoyed at certain things like I am? Do you think Moroha deserves a lot more respect than what she's getting? I certainly do, given who her parents are and where she comes from. This is easily having a cool character being overlooked. I digress. Thank you once again for showing up. Tell me what you thought down in the comments down below. Please remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell, get notified of more videos like this. We do them every Saturday, especially for Yashahime, but we have videos every weekend. So, yeah. And please remember, share the video, show your friends, show your colleagues, show your coworkers how you're enjoying these videos. Thank you for your time. And as always, please wear a mask, wash your hands, be good, be blessed. Black Lives Matter. Be good to one another. And I will definitely see you next time.